What's up, YouTube? George's Silver Hunter back with a 3-box Loomis $half hunt today. So I picked these 3 boxes up from my Wells Fargo. I've already taken the liberty of opening actually all 3 boxes and checking for enders, and this is the box I'm going to start with, mainly because I've got a 2019 NIFC ender. It was the only ender in any of the 3 boxes. So I figured this one may be the most exciting box we've had. The Loomis boxes have kind of let me down of late. So I wanted to go ahead and get into this one first. So with that, let me get some of this cardboard ripped off. I'll get this box pushed back, and we're going to jump right into it. So here we are on roll number 3, and we found our first busted proof of the box. I've been finding a lot of really bad proofs lately. This one is an S Mint Mark clad. It does have like a proof-like edge, and that S is pretty banged up under the scope. It is definitely an S, and you can see that mirror finish. So, first find of the box, roll 3. We have a busted proof. So we're on roll 22, and I wanted to bring you, we were halfway in, and you can already see the shine on that. We have another proof. This is one of the nicer looking proofs we've found in the last week or so. Much nicer than this really ugly Bicentennial. But it's a 1995 clad S proof. We just got the very next roll open, roll 23, and you can see it as I spread them out right here, and I can already see we've got an NIFC a little bit further on in the roll. So let's get through these real quick, see what we have here. Now that's a good looking 2006 proof. And then I'm going to just jump ahead here. We have a 2019 NIFC. And the very next roll, roll 24, as I was spreading them out, you can see right here, we have another proof, and this is a doozy. This one's beautiful. 1995 S. Another beautiful proof. So I took a break on roll 38 to go through the many potential DDOs, like the 71D, and the 74D, so 73D. A lot of those, there's a DDO on all of those, double die obverse. And in my live stream the other night, I was complaining I hadn't found a 74D DDO in quite some time. And coming out of that giant stack, surprise, surprise, we did end up with one 1974 DDO. And you can see all my doubling here on my S, on my T, on my R, and the big telltale on these, and I'll see if I can get it just right. It's going to be tough to see with the shadowing on this coin. There you go. You can see the little double notch right here in the 4. Another really easy way to tell if you've got one is to look at the Y and the T. And you can see extra spreading here on the Y and on the T. So you can see we've got a double serif here on the T and a lot of spreading on the base of that T. So this is a fantastic example of a 1974D DDO. So I just got roll 45 unwrapped and laid out here on the table. And getting a lot of weird reflection today, but look at this thing. Jumped right out when I spread them out. We have a 2003 S clad proof. So we've got 3 really nice clad proofs going for us. 2 really beat up ones. I did come across a 2002 NIFC that I didn't bring you guys in on, and I did find another 2019 that I didn't bring you guys in on. But I'm going to keep going through these coins, and I've got a small stack of more 71Ds and 74Ds that we'll go through here at the end and wrap up this box. So this is the roll that I talked about in the beginning that has the 2019 ender. I figured we'd open this together just in case there was more in there other than that one ender. So we got a couple of shiny edges in here. Make sure I'm on camera. There I am. So we have our 2019 P that we could see while we were still in the roll. do a real quick look here. So 71, another 71D, a 73D. I've been checking all my 73Ds because I said on my live stream last night, or by the time I post this, it might have been a couple of nights ago, I've never found a 73D DDO, so I'm just checking them all because I'm kind of determined to find one now. Okay, so we made it through the rest of that box. I've got, I don't know what this is, probably $25 worth of potential DDOs. I'm going to bring you up here and put you on the screen, and we'll go through these together and see what we find. Let me see if I can get this straight. There we go, that's a little bit better. And I will fast forward if we don't find anything. Well, look at that. Let me turn this off. Look at that. After complaining, I'm telling you guys, my wine and win strategy has been paying off. This is my very first 1973D DDO. You can see, bring this down here a little bit. You can see the doubling in the U, the doubling in the S, a little bit of doubling in the 3, a little double serif here on the T, and maybe a little in the R. Let me see if there's the other markers. There's some other markers in usually the L or the I or the B. Yep, you can see some spreading here in the B. Turn that a little bit so it's straight. So this is definitely, and there's a little spreading in the L. This is definitely a 1973D DDO. We'll add it to the board, and I still have a lot more of these to look at, so let's keep going. Oh, wow. It's another DDO. This is our second 1974 DDO. And look at it here. You can see it in the 4. You can see our little notch, like I told you. And we've got some pretty severe doubling on the T, R, U, S, and the T. You can see double serifs. Let's check out that Y. Yep, we've got the telltale spread on the Y. Telltale spread on the T. Let's see if we have anything else. Some spreading on this I. Anything else? Sometimes you'll even see it maybe a little bit down here in the 1 and the 9. This is another great example of a 1974 DDO. And just so you guys know, I have the other one still from the board. I'm moving it out of the way. Here's the other one. So I've got 2 of these bad boys. There's the other one. There's the other one. So we've got 2 of them. That's pretty amazing. All right, so let's see. I've got a few more, so we're going to keep going. Maybe we'll get lucky and find another one. So this Loomis box did not disappoint. Now, we still didn't find any silver, which, as I've told you in some other videos, my Loomis boxes just aren't producing a lot of silver, but I've seen a ton of proofs lately. These top 5, we got a bicentennial, we got a 95, a 2006, another 95, and a 2003. I probably should have put those in order. Hang on. There we go. Now they're in order. And they're kind of in order from worst quality to best quality too, I think. But I'll always hang on to my proofs. I think they're fun to find. Not a lot of value there, but they're good to find. They're not supposed to be there. I did end up with a 2002 and 3 2019 NIFCs. I'm just checking to see if they're all Philadelphia. I'm going to put that one under the scope. That's a Denver. So it looks like we got the set. 2 Denvers and a Philadelphia. I'll probably hang on to these because the later year NIFCs are harder to find. So if I do decide to put a set together, I want to hang on to a couple or at least a P and a D on here because I don't run across too many late year NIFCs. And to me, the stars of this box are these 3 DDOs. These are tough to find. Now, these coins are not in the best of shape. They're not terrible. This 73 probably looks the best of them. And I will check out the value and either put it down in the video or maybe take you over to the computer. We'll see what's easier to do. But I want to give you guys an idea of the value on these things because these 3 coins are kind of a big deal. So with that, we're going to wrap this box up and we're going to move on to box number 2. Well, here we are with box number 2. As you can see, I've already got it open. I've done the coin roll and I weighed, I think it was these 10 rolls. Nothing jumped out, no heavy rolls in there to speak of. Like the last box and like all my videos, I'm going to jump into these and I'll bring you in as we find things. Well, we ripped through box number 2 in a hurry. I didn't stop and bring you guys in because it wasn't that exciting. We did have 2 NIFCs, a 2008 Philly and a 2007 Denver. They will go back in the bin. I did have about 125 71Ds, 73Ds, 74Ds to check for DDOs, and countless no FG opportunities and no errors in this box. No FGs, no varieties, nothing in there. Just these 2 NIFCs. So a pretty uneventful box. Sorry I didn't bring you guys in. The first box was really good with the DDOs, so I didn't want to spend a lot of time on this one. But we're going to jump right into box number 3. So here we are on box number 3. Per the usual, we have gone ahead and opened this box up. I ended up weighing the first 10 rolls when I did the coin roll. I got a lot of scuzzy looking coins and whatnot, but nothing weighed too heavy that I did weigh, and nothing jumps out at me as an ender. So, this could be like box 2, or this could be loaded with silver and I just don't know it. So we will find out as soon as we start opening the rolls. Hopefully there's something cool I can bring you in for. So let's jump into it. Well, box 3 was a bust. It was a skunk. Nothing in there but clad, and it's all going back. So for my wrap-up, what I want to do is take you over to the computer and talk about, see if I can zoom in, a little bit more about these DDOs. The 74 DDO, I may have these out of order. Yep, we had 2 74 DDOs and the 73 DDO. I just want to get you in, take you on PCGS, show you what I see, show you why it's important that, if you're not just a silver seeker, which, we all do this for the silver because it's the easy win, but these 3 coins alone are worth finding probably 8 or 10 90% silvers, and I want to show you why. So let's jump over to the computer before we wrap this up. And so I've gone ahead and pulled us up to PCGS.com, and I've drilled into the 1974D 50-cent piece DDO FS-101. You can get to this page by going to the price guide and then going down to half dollars, going into Kennedy's, and then scrolling through the list and drilling into this listing here. But as you can see here, they were kind enough to actually do a photo of what you're looking for. So you can see all the doubling in the R, the U, the S, the T. They've got arrows pointing it out. And that little notch in the 4 that I mentioned in my clip. So this is a great resource to sometimes get pictures of these things to help you better understand what you're looking for. And I'm going to show you one other resource that is also great at showing you pictures here in a second, but we'll get to that in just a minute. What I wanted to do here was scroll down to show you the values. So across the top we have grades, right? So this would be an MS63, an MS64, and an MS66. Now, I would be super excited if I believed either one of my 1974Ds could grade as an MS66 because according to this, it's saying it's a $2,000 coin. I don't believe it is, and I'll tell you why. I've already taken pictures of these 2 coins, and I've sent them to a resource I use on Discord, who is a dealer, and he looks at these things all the time, and I trust his opinion. And Rob Finds Treasure was kind enough to take a look at these coins and get back to me with his opinion on the grades. And I can tell you that for the 73 and the 74, all three coins, both of my resources said high AU to low MS, right? So what that means is of my three coins, I am looking at probably somewhere like an AU 55 to maybe as high as an MS 62, maybe a 63. And I'm going to say, based on what I see, because I can physically see the coins and they're looking at pictures, I'm probably like a AU 58, maybe an MS 60, which means I have two coins that according to PCGS, and if they were graded, I could, these could come in between $32 and $34 a coin. So that's, call it $64 to $68 value in my two 1974s. That is the same thing today as finding six 90% silvers. Now, I will fully admit that selling six 90% silvers is going to be a lot easier than selling these DDOs. So there's that too. It's you have to find the right buyer, and silver is going to move a lot faster than a variety coin. So take that with a grain of salt as well. I'm just letting you guys know what the value is according to PCGS. If I come over here to the 73, that's also an FS-101, and we come down here to the pricing, and if we listen to what I said before, that maybe we're an AU 58, right, to maybe a 60 or a 61, I'm saying I'm in the same thing, right? I'm in a $32 to a $40 coin. So all in all, I found nearly, call it $90 to $100 worth of numismatically relevant coins. The issue I would have is trying to find a buyer right now without having these coins graded. I mean, I could probably assume to make 10, 15, 20, maybe even 30% less than these values, or I could stick to my guns and throw them on eBay and just list them for top dollar and hope one day I find a buyer. For now, I'm going to hang on to them. But while I have you here, I wanted to bring you over. Variety Vista is another website that I talk about in a lot of my previous videos. I'll drill back in here to show you how you can get here. But when you get to Variety Vista, it looks like this. You can choose the type of coin you have. So I'm going to go into Kennedy's. From here, I've got a DDO. I have a 1973D. And the really cool thing about Variety Vista is they have lots of submissions from lots of different people. And you can go in and see DDOs that aren't actually on PCGS. There's lots of varieties of this variety, right? So I have the FS-101 here, and when I drill in, I can get some fantastic pictures of what I'm looking for. So that little bit of doubling or spreading in the L that I said I had, and the spreading in the B, I can get a picture and see kind of generally what is that supposed to look like, right? Here's that spreading in the Y. Here is the extra serifs in the T, the R, the doubling on the S, right? I even said I thought I saw some doubling or spreading in the 1 and the 9, right? So this is also a fantastic resource to come to verify the coin you have versus pictures of other kind of verified DDOs. So with that, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you learned something. I know box 2 and 3 were really boring. Box 1 was fantastic. We found all those proofs. We found 3 fantastic examples of DDOs. And at the end of the day, it was about $100, call it $90 to $100 in value. I really wish it was silver value, but I will take coins that have numismatic value all day long. So with that, if you've made it here to the end of the video, I really, really appreciate it. Don't forget, I am running a 750 subscriber giveaway right now. I'll leave a link to that video down below in the description. So if you haven't gone and checked that out, please do. I'm giving away a bunch of silver and a bunch of coins. I don't want you guys to miss out. If you haven't already, please do like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and click that little bell and select all so you get notified every time I release a new video. And I hope you guys are doing great. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.